angled here and there with artificial nodules and leaves. I stood on the grass and looked at the ugly flowers, then at my parents' names carved into each slab in front of me. And I realised, your bones are here, beneath my feet. I squatted then, those few feet of earth between their bodies and mine, and I kissed my fingers and pressed them to the crackly grass. Walking back to the car, I remembered something else. A phone call, many months after my mother's death. A man's voice quietly telling me her headstone was ready. I recall standing by the laundry door with the phone in my hand, my outsides unaltered, but everything within me plummeting, like a sandbank collapsing inside me. Near the end of the drive, the sky darkened, turned drizzly. The road coiled up a steep hill, entering a tunnel of thick bush. My car struggled on the wet bitumen. And then, on the other side, it opened out into these endless, shallow, angular plains, bare as rubbed suede. Place names I thought I'd forgotten returned to me one by one. Chocola, Royala, Breadbow, Bunyan. Durangle, Babundra, Kelton Plain, Rocky Plain, Dry Plain. Like beads on a rosary. Like naming the bones of my own body. A little after I arrive, the sun comes out. I get out and look around me, trying to work out where I should go. There are some skinny pencil pines, a few dripping eucalypts, a lot of silence. 3 or 4 small wooden cabins painted a drab olive. Green, peaked tin roofs. I wander the grounds for a time, eventually finding a shed-marked office, and knock on the door. A woman appears, introduces herself as Sister Simone. She pronounces it Simon, traces of an accent. French? Indeterminate age, businesslike but soft-looking at the same time. Scrawny-ish. Quite yellow teeth. She apologises for not having come out to greet me. She is busy, but a housekeeper will show me around if I wait for a bit. She tells me with a teeth-showing smile, more a grimace, that she's looked me up on the internet and that my work sounds very impressive. Her tone seems lightly insulting. I smile and tell her the internet is very misleading. She pauses, then says coolly that saving God's creatures most certainly is important work. She's slightly cross, I think, not accustomed to disagreement. We bare our teeth at each other again, and she closes the office door. Anita, the housekeeper, chatty and broad-bummed, shivering a little in her maroon fleece vest over a turquoise shirt, navy pants. She leads me around the buildings and grounds, and I trot behind her as she rattles on. She could never be a nun. Imagine getting up for vigils at 5 a.m. in winter. Plus, they can't watch Netflix. That's never going to work for me. She unfolds her arms now and then to point at something. Shop, old orchard, guest cabins. Gestures further off to indicate the paddocks. A small dam. Then refolds them against the cold, and we take off towards a little stone chapel. I open my mouth to say, "It's okay, I don't need to see inside," but don't want to be rude. We push through a big wooden door. Anita's chatter doesn't stop, but turns to a whisper, though there is nobody in the church. She has just learned, she says, that this is not called a chapel. Chapels are privately owned. This is a consecrated church. When they come in here, it's called the Liturgy of the Hours, she whispers.